Improv Podcast, WATP.
Stuttering John is doing this new thing. He went on Jake Hudson's show this morning.
Okay. Congratulations.
With my buddy OJ. We were hanging out with OJ in Detroit.
Nice guy.
Very good guy. And so they're hanging out on there. And Shuli gets the link. So Shuli comes on and John's like, I'll leave. I'm going to leave. And then Bob Levy tries to get on. And John's whole thing is that he can't talk to me, Shuli, or Bob. And it's because we talked about his kids that crossed the line so he can never talk to us again. And he does this thing. He bullies people like OJ. OJ, come on, man. You got to be better than this. Where he's just like, I mean, you understand, right? You talked about my kids. So I can never talk to them again. All right. This is why that's retarded.
John can't talk to Shuli.
Or me.
Kids.
No, he can't.
Or
My
Anthony.
kids won't talk to me.
Because we talked about his kids in, just the dumbest way possible. I made a joke that his kids sound like losers. That was the joke I made.
know. So,
Hold on. No, John will call me on this if I don't say this correctly. I also said that his other daughter, who was featured in the college newspaper, said that she was
home insecure.
Well, yeah, homeless, but also food insecure.
Yeah, right.
Almost homeless and food insecure. And I said people were saying it looks like Baba Booey might be the father, which is a pretty good joke compared to the things that John says about my appearance. I don't think that's out of line. This is an adult woman we're talking about who was featured in a newspaper article online. It's, John likes to say they were talking about his kids. Well, they're not children. They might be your offspring, but they're not children. They're adults. And so that story's out the window right there. But also, John likes to say that that's crossing the line and now he can't deal with us at all. Except for the fact that John was complaining about me calling his kids losers years ago when I first said his kids sound like losers. That was the first time we did the first couple chapters of Easy For You to Say on our Patreon. And John tried to get our Patreon shut down for that reason. Yeah. And then he wanted to be my buddy. Can we all remember a time, it was less than a month ago, that John wanted to be my buddy and hang out with me. And now he's pretending that I crossed this line that is a bridge too far and nothing can ever happen again. It's like, no, you're just using this as an excuse. You just don't want to deal with us because you're dumber than us, obviously. You have no excuse for your behavior. John's trying to pull this new thing now. I think Kevin Brennan might have planted the seed of this, like, he can sue us or get us arrested for cyberbullying or some shit because he has a disability. Because he's a stutterer.
What?
I swear to God.
Some people might argue that's the only reason you got anywhere in life.
Kevin knows.
It's an advantage.
It is. It is the only reason.
Yeah.
I pointed this out to John. He was hired sight unseen on the Howard Stern show as an intern because he had a stutter.
That's not a disability.
It's not a disability.
So he's had all this time to cool off about the kids thing. And I saw him online saying, you, Carl, shouldn't come to Comedy at the
Correct.
Carlson because he doesn't know what's going to happen.
I have that clip.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. I have a couple clips from the subreddit from Dabblers Anonymous that I do want to play on here just so we can kind of address it. It's nothing crazy, but it's just Johnny being Johnny. You know how he is. He gets a little nuts sometimes.
Vinny has a good heart.
I don't know about that.
Does not.
No, Vinny's great.
Carl's
No, but he should get his heart
checked.
Okay, good point. Vinny has a pig heart.
An enlarged heart.
All right. So let me just do the setup. I think John will explain this, but I was watching the BS show this morning, and their whole thing was John's going to be in Rochester March 10th, Sunday night, Comedy at the Carlson, an evening with Stuttering John. You can go to the Comedy at the Carlson's website. You can get tickets. I think StutteringJohnLive.com will redirect you. You can get tickets for $20 admission, very affordable, $40 for the meet and greet. And let me just say this for the people from Detroit. You have to buy both. Jesus Christ. Anyway, talk about that later. So, very affordable. So, Shuli's whole thing on the show with Bob and Mike and the other guy is, all right, let's do Uncle Rico or BS show or whatever it is, comedy, podcasting, whatever. Let's do it that weekend at the Comedy at the Carlson. We'll go in there. We'll do shows Friday and Saturday or Saturday. And, even if John's not going to let us be there, well, we'll be there. We'll do our own thing while he's in town. So this is what John's going to address here.
Vinny has a good heart. Carl does not. Carl's a scumbag. So I told Vinny, I texted him today. I said, Vinny, I got something in my rider. I didn't say it like that. But okay.
No, you don't.
All I said was, it would be best if you tell Carl, or if you do not let Carl into the venue.
Good news, John. I don't want to go.
I said, because I don't know what I would do. And I'm being serious. I said, listen,
Yeah.
You don't know what you would do.
Carl
Right.
attacked my family.
Oh, I attacked his family. I thought I made jokes on the internet, but now I've attacked his family somehow.
It's those walrus tusks.
Yeah, well, you know, if you get in the way.
Okay? Not once, not twice, but 3 times.
Okay. I attacked his family 3 times. So the first 2 times he's just like, all right, it's cool. But whoa, 3 times.
3 strikes and you're out.
God damn it.
If I were to run into him, it could turn ugly fast.
Well, yeah.
And I said, Vinny,
That goes without saying.
It'd be pretty ugly.
for Carl's safety,
Oh, for my
tell him
safety.
to not come.
He cares.
No. That sounds a lot like a threat of violence.
It sure does.
For my safety, I shouldn't go to this place that he's going to be at. Is it booby trapped? Is it like Indiana Jones? Will there be a boulder chasing after me? I have to sprint out of the door to get out of? What does he mean by that? Well, John, as dumb as he is, does realize that what he just said is probably not a good move. So he does try to correct himself here.
That's all. And I'm not threatening him with anything.
No?
I'm just saying
Yeah, what are you saying?
that, maybe I just yell at him.
Maybe he drinks too much. maybe,
Right.
maybe he drinks and drives home and gets in a car wreck.
He might fall down.
A lot of bad things. I like that he goes, maybe I yell at him. John, I've literally signed up for that in the past. We've done 2 shows together. We yelled at each other.
Maybe
Jesus
I
Christ.
send a strongly worded email.
Who knows?
Who knows?
I'm just saying, I don't think it would be a good idea
So you'd be uncomfortable, is what you're saying.
Yeah, you don't like me
for
being
all
there.
involved.
For all involved.
Oh, everyone
So
now.
it's for you.
And again, I'm not saying it would be something of me doing anything that's violent,
Oh, you're not?
but it would not be pretty.
Okay, well,
I
yeah.
certainly am not going to just say hi. No,
No one wants that.
not at all.
Probably high five, I
No.
would imagine.
It would not be if it was him, Pocky, fucking Levy, or Deuce Pay, any one of them.
Oh, shit.
It would not be pretty.
I think Anthony already bought tickets for this. Fuck, I'll have to tell him. Damn it.
If I see him, I will be miffed.
That's all I'm saying.
That's all I'm saying. What did you say right there, John? What did he? Can anyone translate this for me? Because it sounded like he was going to be violent towards me, but he's not.
I'll boil it all down.
Please.
He'd rather you weren't there.
Yeah, that's what it
I'd
really
rather
comes
not
down
see
to.
the
He's
guy.
afraid of the 4 of you.
There's nothing he can do.
Yeah.
Majestic Rick 7 is the one who posted that to the subreddit there.
Always very generous with his time.
All right. So he doesn't want any of us to be at this show, obviously. So this is, I think, from today's show. I think someone posted this right away from John talking about his reaction to what Shuley was saying.
We are already selling very briskly, and I'm very happy to announce that. Vinny gave me the numbers already.
They're selling briskly for his show. All right. Well, that's good. I mean, it is March in Rochester, so I would imagine it'll be a bit brisk.
Something faster than John can go through an 18-pack.
Wow.
on a-
Whoa.
On a Thursday night.
Whoa.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are already selling very briskly, and I'm very happy to announce that. Vinny gave me the numbers already, and I'm already in the black by a lot.
Double digits.
He's already in the black.
The blackout.
By a lot.
You haven't gone through with the show yet, John.
Well, first off, what are his expenses? He's talking about how it's already profitable. What are the expenses he's talking about? I know the comedy club put you up. Mm-hmm. I know that for a fact.
And he's driving.
I believe he's driving. Even when he's flying. Okay. Also,
does this include all the money you got from your substitute teaching job too?
You're right. Remember when he said he made $20,000 or something? And they're just like, well, wait, how is that possible? Yeah. You made $20,000 in a month. He goes, all right, well, I'm also factoring in teaching, and it's also a month and a half.
I gamble while I teach.
So, yeah, I know. He's so full of shit. And also, here's just a quick note to Stuttering John, if you're watching. I have access to the numbers. So when you say shit like this, I know the real truth, which tells me how much you're lying all the fucking time.
Which is all the time.
All the time.
Get your tickets now. Because it's going to be fun. It'll be
Get your tickets out because it's going to be fun.
I don't like to lie.
Some stand-up, some just me on a stool telling stories, and a Q&A with Cardiff Electric. It's
What about his stool?
Yeah.
I don't like that.
be an event to remember, and
but he won't. Someone's got to remember it for me. Fill me in on the details.
And the great thing is at the meet and greet, we're hanging, bros.
Yeah.
We're drinking.
Yeah.
We're smoking a funny cigarettes. We're partying.
Yeah.
Skola!
Oh, yeah, baby.
Would you ever put your lips on something John put his lips
As
on?
much as I hate to be in the armpit of fucking New York.
This is where he really started selling it for the out-of-town audience right here.
He never knows when not to big time.
Yeah. I think I heard this on the BS show this morning. They're just like, make fun of Rochester after the show.
Yes, or during.
Not before the show, or during, right. Not before the show, not leading up to it.
We have a waterfall in the middle of our city. Do you?
What a fucking retard.
Rochester, I will be there and hang with yous. And you know what? I'm probably going to land on that Friday night. Or the Friday. No. On Saturday.
Oh,
so on Saturday,
he is flying.
Yes.
I think my buddy Hitman Dan's going to drive up, and then he's going to drive me home after the show.
He's already getting favors from his friends. That's great.
After we kill Carl, we'll get a ride back.
Can I get Hitman Dan's autograph? Because I don't care about Stuttering John's, but this Hitman Dan.
Cardiff and Dan are going to have like a cane fight. Lightsaber
But that
noises.
Saturday night, maybe we'll have a pre-party. I'll just announce where the hell we're going to be.
Oh, God.
And we'll all hang out at the pub and be like, hey,
Jesus Christ. The man who invented the meetup.
And I like alcohol, and even I can't get behind this. I'm just like, Jesus, John, you look like such a drunk slob when you do that. Is that what you do when you go to the pub? So weird. This meet and greet, or not meet and greet, the meetup Saturday night thing. I might have to show up for that. I don't want to fuck up his show. I'm not going to be a part of that. But if he's going to put it out there where he's going to be, and it's in my hometown.
I mean, it sure looks like there's going to be a lot of beer swinging.
Yeah, right? I do enjoy that. So I might have to go to that. I do want to point out, and neither here nor there, I'm not going to be a part of this show in any way. But I am planning a winter show for WATP Live, and it will probably be in Tampa or somewhere nice. I'm not going to ask anyone to come to Rochester.
Stevie Tomatoes.
In the winter time. No, that's not Tampa.
I know.
All right. So, all right. Now we're going to get to this whole thing where Shuey's talking about doing a competing show in Rochester and John's reaction to that.
Is another nefarious thing. What the dues payer is doing right now, ladies and gentlemen, is starting with Vinnie Paulina. Vinnie Paulina booked me at Comedy at the Carlson in Rochester. What does dues payer do? He does his show and says that he's going to try and get a show in the next room because they have 2 rooms. Vinny, being the nice, normal person, calls the dues payer and says, Shuley, why are you doing this? This is a night for John and I. It's my club.
It's romantic.
John's doing nice enough to do a one-man show.
Nice enough.
Why are you trying to disrupt this? And the dues payer would not back down. And he kept going. And Vinny was like, you know what, John? I'm pissed. This guy is unbelievable. Unfucking believable. So, I'm telling you right now, dues payer, it's, if you want to put yourself out there, if you want to put yourself a room away from me, have at it. I'll just tell you right now, it's a bad mistake on your part. And I'll leave it at that. All right, everybody, you have a great day. I think.
He's the best. Real quick, that Pickwick Pub posted that one on the subreddit. I should probably give credit to the last one that we played too. Before I forget, Pickwick Pub again. Yes. Always a good contributor.
I don't know what John
Dabble
is worried
knows.
about because Vinny organized DabbleCon, which was, there's no debate. It was a wild success.
Yeah,
right?
it was great.
Shuley put on Pottstown, arguably a debacle, right? So if Vinny is running John's event and Shuley's trying to do his own thing, I don't think you have anything to worry about, John.
Well, also, I'll just tell you right now, the club's not going to have Shuley do a thing
Yeah,
that
I know.
weekend.
I know. John's just like,
And they were talking about it on the Shuley show this morning. They're like, yeah, we'll get Carl. We'll do a full weekend at the comedy club. I'm like, I'm not playing that game. Let John have his fucking night. Let him do his thing. I'm not going to be there. You guys can go if you want. I'll just tell you, if you're planning on traveling in the wintertime to go see a show, come to WATP Live. It's going to be way better than an evening with Stuttering John. We actually put work into my show.
Yeah.
We
If you
had
have to make financial choices about which trip you're going to be able to make.
Yeah. Go to the show that actually puts on a show. Ask anyone who went to the Detroit show. We put on a fucking hell of a show. It was a blast. And it's something that John could never even comprehend how to pull off.
Yeah.
He has no clue how to put on an entertaining live show.
What are you talking about? He's going to be sitting on a stool.
He's going to be sitting on a stool. Cardiff's there with Q&A. This guy fucking lies about everything. What kind of Q&A? Oh, hey, John, do you how much money do you have in the bank? Millions. Next question. Next question.
How many beers have you had tonight already?
2. It's fucking like, dude, come on. So the last thing I wanted to play for you guys is, and I was going to talk about it, then I happened to see this show up in the subreddit, so I thought I would play this, but he's challenging Blind Mike to an IQ test.
John is?
Stuttering John is challenging my buddy Mike Geary. He's mad at Mike Geary now.
Why?
Because Mike is buddies with Richard Ojeda. Now, they used to goof on the Omni Major.
Right.
And then they had Richard Ojeda on the show, and they had a great time together, and they're kind of buddies now. And so John's whole thing is like, you can't be friends. That's my friend first. You know, he's one of those assholes. He was my friend before it was your friend. So I just watched for a second today, Richard Ojeda on there. And he's just like, I don't know why you're talking to Blind Mike. And Richard's just like, hey, man, I think we can all get along. You know, like,
exactly.
That's kind of how people should think
Mike's
in this world.
a great, talented guy. What's the problem?
He's also much smarter than John Melendez. But he has challenged him to an IQ test. John does two things. He either challenges you to a fight, a boxing match. Now Blind Mike being blind, I guess that would be, perceived as inappropriate. So John decided to challenge
John
him
has a stutter, so
to an IQ test.
It's
same thing.
cripple fight.
Can I be the ref with my club-footed officiating?
Be the undercard for a night with Stuttering John.
Cripple fight!
Okay. So this is, and I love that someone posted this. This is from Barnes and Noobs in the subreddit. Mushmouth can't even keep his own lies in order. This is John talking about his IQ and where he's at, because the number he's throwing out there now is so fucking insane. People are just like, well, that can't be true, right? But he doubles down.
True story. I looked at Einstein's. Here, let's look it up. Einstein's IQ. All right. Einstein's IQ. I have a 165. So let's see what this says he has.
1 week later.
Men's certification team. Thanks for the $2. Stephen Hawking's IQ is 160. I claim to be 160, not 165. Nice try. All right, guys. So,
All right. So John said 165. Like Stephen Hawking is 160. He's like, yeah, me too. Which also is an incredible lie. But the fact that he's like, oh, nice try, guys. You're trying to catch me in a lie. I said 160. No, he said 165. But, and I got to get this audio because years ago when he was on with Royce bragging about his IQ, he said 136. Which even that is ridiculous. Yeah. But the fact that they went from 136 to 165 to 160, you're not smart enough to pull this off, John.
You don't get it, Carl. It's like the stock market.
Right. So, I don't know. Maybe he's smarter than all of us. But all I know is that Hack Ride messaged me and he goes, we have to get this IQ test happening in Rochester when he comes up on March 10th. So if I can be a part of that, if I can get Mike Geary in town to make something like that happen, I will. The problem is, this is the big problem. John's bet was, I'll put up $10,000. Blind Mike can put up $1,000, winner takes all. So for whatever reason, John is so confident he's smarter than Mike Geary that he's willing to bet 10 to 1. Like, you don't have to make those the terms. You could have just said $1,000 bet.
Straight up.
Yeah, like that was a really dumb thing to do. But it also proves to me he's never going to go through with this. This is not a realistic thing because in order to do something like that, we'd have to get a third party to collect the money first. You know what I mean? You can't just have a thing and be like, all right, Johnny, owe me $10,000. Like, oh, yeah, good luck with
Honor
that.
system.
Yeah, all of a sudden he's fucking Cast Media all over again. It's fucking Colin Thompson. Like, bye-bye. I gotta go.
Try and catch me.
You're right. So, anyway, that whole idea that he's challenging people to IQ tests. Okay, here's an idea for Comedy at the Carlson and Vinny, if you're listening. I actually asked Vinny to call in. He's busy right now. But if you're listening, rather than the Q&A or story time, John says he's going to tell stories he's never told before.
Yeah.
What, the ride over to the club? Like, how else would he have a new story to tell?
Just happened to be yesterday.
Right. That's the only way it can be a new story. But he says he has stories he never told about the Howard Stern show. I mean, there's no fucking way unless you're making new things up. How about this? We make John take an IQ test and we reveal the number live on stage. That I would endorse. That would sell out the room.
Yeah.
Who are these podcasts?